Hello everyone, I'm Rodney Reynolds, and this is a new idea where I answer questions that are posted on my videos online, and I don't know if I'm going to be directly answering them or not, but this is, I guess, in some ways a more interactive way of answering some of these questions, and maybe make things a little bit more interesting. I don't know. Some of these I will not answer as I go through them, though, so keep that in mind. So this is basically, YouTube Studio, and I have a filter here called I haven't responded yet. And, some of these I will answer, some of them I won't, because some of them are personal. Some of them I can't answer. The videos are too old. Uh, just years. Some questions are posed to some videos that are over 10 years old, so I won't be responding to any of those. But let's just go through these and see how this goes. And hopefully, the good thing about this is that you actually see your name and stuff. So, it's kind of a little bit more interactive, I think. Maybe not. Um, the only problem with doing this is that you will have to see this video to see my response to your question. So that could be a bit of a problem. So I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Let's just start the video. So I don't know what this means exactly. This was a video that I posted. Hello and welcome. This is well, I don't know if it wasn't I've done welcome videos for my channel, but I had to obviously update it. So I thought I'd do something a little bit interesting, and I'm shooting a lot outside these days, so I thought I'd say hello and welcome in this one as well. So that's a skinny on that. I don't know what this comment is though. 15 bean soup video. That's, I guess, some kind of 15 bean funny crazy video. I'm not sure what that means. If anyone knows what that means, that's great. Reply to this response. It's in hello and welcome, my hello and welcome video. This is a keyboard question from like a millennia ago. I won't be answering that. Sorry. I'm having trouble closing the door slot after opening it when powered off. Again, this is an old, look at this, review. And apparently the guy has figured it out himself. He broke the clasp, so good for you. Good for figuring it out on your own. What is this? This is a Q&A that I posted, I think. Will an air cooler be adequate? And I think I said maybe not. It depends. But I'm not a fan of liquid cooling. Well, I am. I've been building computers 21 years. Blah blah blah. I think, and the longevity standpoint. Yeah, longevity standpoint for sure. I mean, I agree with you on that. I think a cooler. Well, the fan is going to die at some point, and you're going to have to change the thermal pad or a thermal compound at some point. So, you know, I don't know. It's one of those things where, for me, it's about being quiet and not having fans. You know, not having fans going mad all the time and loud. I hate fans. I'm actually right now recording this on my MacBook M1. It's fanless, totally 100% quiet, and my PC that I have also has liquid cooling in it, and I have different settings using MSI Afterburner, and I adjust the settings depending on what I'm doing to the lowest possible fan speeds for the entire system, because it just keeps me sane. so, so there you go. Yeah, this is Steam's new app. I just actually it's a revised app. There's still some obviously restrictions in it, but it's much better, I think, as well. And this person seems to agree. Monster. This is an old video I did on a power supply, the Corsair HX 1000 watt. Man, I remember those power supplies, the rails and all that stuff. Uh, yeah, well, it was a monster, that's for sure. It definitely was. What's this here? I thought you were going to open up with OnlyFans account. Well, I do have an OnlyFans account. It's on my Patreon page. It's in the description below. You can go there if you want to. It's just a very small community right now. I wish I could get more people over there, to be honest, to be more interactive. And I know it's a fee, but it all helps. I throw it back into the site. I spend my time doing this voluntarily. Obviously, I'm not really making a whole lot from videos on YouTube per se. I mean, I don't have a million subscribers, and I don't pay for ads, and I don't have a team behind me like some other channels. I won't mention who, but when you have all that behind you, it somehow makes it easy, because if all I could do is just get in front of a camera and talk and not have to do everything else, then it would be tremendously easy. And I think that's what I found so hard about doing the videos in the past. I was doing every single thing myself from the ground up, every single, and wow, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. A lot of people that are producing content is doing that. However, I would love to have a situation where I could literally be hands off in that respect and just be more on camera. I love doing all the minion stuff. I mean, I really do. That's it's character building. I mean, but I've done it. I've been there. I've really, I think I paid my dues on that. It's been it's been trying. That's why I left 6 years ago, because it's too much. Like, the time you put into it for what you get out of it, it's just not worth it. Things have changed a lot, though. Even the last, actually since the pandemic, 2019, 2020. I mean, when it comes to being online, it's really something else. It's you post things on TikTok, for example, it gets 400 or 500 hits almost in a few hours, where on YouTube, not quite. And shorts are a new thing. So looking back and looking at when I started 6 years before YouTube was created, I had to host videos on a gaming site, and then there was a sponsorship agreement with me and them. So when I started way back, it was completely different. And of course, video reviews was something that no one knew about. It was just all written reviews, and it was different. People it was a kind of like taboo in a way. It's like, what are you doing video reviews for? That's ridiculous. Fortunately, I kept doing it, and I thought it was important and whatnot. So on to the next one. If you don't like rambling, then you're going to have to not be watching these, because that's what I'm going to be doing, going on and going off tangent. So if you like that, that's great. If not, well, if you like TikTok videos that are 30 seconds long, then this is definitely not for you. I like those short videos too, but I also like longer content, because, well, it's substantial, right? It's something that you can sink your teeth in. Yeah, so fans. So again, the Patreon account, a couple of responses here. Yeah, fortunately, fortunately, the motherboard tray is removable. Oh my God, how many times did I say that? But seriously, cases that had removable motherboard trays were golden, in my opinion. They're still golden. They're still very useful. As a matter of fact, I should do a video on this. I think it's a Lee & Lee solid aluminum motherboard tray that I used to use a lot, just before like the test benches came along. I kind of had my own test bench made out of a removable motherboard tray, and I would use that for testing a lot of hardware and stuff on. So I should probably do a video on that. I have so many ideas, but so little time to really devote to a lot of this. And I like doing hobbies. I like being outside. I like gaming, doing a lot of stuff now, pouring a lot of time into cities skylines. I really love that. It's a very creative, very demanding, very interesting game. Like the replayability on that game is off the charts. Like, it's just, every time you can make a map and then you start from scratch, and you have to figure out how you're going to lay everything down to make it all work. Of course, that's if you're playing with no mods, or, well, you can have mods, but if you're playing with no unlimited money, I should say. And it's a challenge. So I like that about it. And it's there's lots of DLCs, and of course there are some really quality of life mods that you can get as well. So what else is here? CPU and case fans are silent these days. I agree with you, and I don't. I think fans are fans, and fans, unfortunately, are on everything these days. Refrigerators, stoves, not the range, the stove part, you know. So it's like in every single appliance. I'm waiting for like fans to be installed in kettles, you know. So things have changed in that respect. Everything is a fan now, and you know, it's like I completely gone off tangent with saying refrigerators have fans, but we're talking about obviously computer case fans, but they're in everything now. And not all of them are silenced. Sure, I agree with you. Some fans, a lot of them are very, very expensive. They are quieter. I agree with you there. But they're still fans and they're still moving air. And the process of moving air, obviously, is going to in itself create some noise. And I previously touched on this earlier in this video about, you know, how I have everything turned down. And I try in every way to mitigate the noise levels and try to be quiet and silent. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I said that in the video. Most have headsets these days, and they don't hear it. They don't hear anything. You know, you're outside of whatever you're doing. You know, that's why I don't really like headsets that much. I can't hear what's going on around me. Um, I don't know. I kind of grew up differently. I grew up with, you know, I grew up actually with stereo equipment. I remember having a Sanzuki receiver back in the 80s. Speakers. My dad and I made speakers actually, way back when. And it's all about, you know, listening to music, but not so direct. I mean, I have, you know, I have headsets and I have earbuds and all that stuff, and I do find it useful. I just don't use it when I'm gaming. Sometimes I do. It's very rare, though. It's very rare. It's very rare. What's this one here about? Who really needs 500 plus frames per second in Overwatch? Yeah, well, you know, you know, you really need to have obviously a video card that can push that, and I guess the 4000 series can do that if your bank is completely full of money. But yeah, it's wow. I mean, do we need that? I don't. I mean, I have a 75 hertz 30-inch screens, a bunch of screens, but the main one that I game on, there's nothing fancy really about it, and it's fine. You know, higher hertz, I guess, you know, it's better, right? It's easier in your eyes, and you know, it's less lag, and you know, all the rest of it. You know, it's good, but you know, it's like having you know, something that's terribly expensive or something that's going to be kind of like the best of both worlds, right? It's not too expensive, terribly expensive, or it's not super cheap and it's useless. Netflix ads are one of the biggest reasons I stopped watching. Yeah, that's true. The same as me. I mean, I gave up on TV a long time ago. You know, it was a little different back then, and I won't get into it. I had Plex and I had Media Server, and you know, you downloaded things, and downloading things now, well, I don't do it anymore. I just you know, I pay for movies, I pay for TV, I have Netflix, and I agree with you. Netflix is like you know, it's like something. It's like having a car. You know, it's like a money pit in a way. It's like something that you need. Really, you do. I mean, you need to have some kind of content, right? Just to watch or something to enjoy. And that's all. That's all that I have. I signed up for Apple TV, and I just unsubscribed from it because, in my opinion, there's not a lot of content on there. And once you've watched it, it's done. So there was a free trial, and I tried it, and I didn't even fully utilize the free trial, to be honest, because I just lost interest in it. I found YouTube. I feel you know, there's nothing perfect about YouTube. I get it. I mean, you know, whatever. But there's nothing perfect about any company. You know, you have to take the good with the bad. So, but yeah, you know, I love Netflix. I have to say, I'm watching actually the Sinner series now. The new season that was released. There's a lot of stuff on Netflix that I watch. Breaking Bad. You know, it's just a few of the things that I've watched on there. All right, so this next one's about how much system memory do you have. Myself, I have 32 gigabytes, and I'm thinking about lately upgrading to 64 gigabytes. But, okay, so this is why I was going to personally upgrade. Because I'm running Cities Skylines, and when you have a massive population, lots of mods and DLCs and all that stuff loaded up, it eats up a lot of memory. However, I did a test. I have three browsers open. There's probably, I don't know, 10 or 20 tabs in each one. I have the game open. I have DaVinci Resolve open, and I have a screen capture program open. And I have some few more other things in the background just on the other displays that I have open, and it's fine. So I'm thinking, like, why? Why would you want to upgrade? There's no need. I did a test, and there was probably around 10 gigs left. So, I mean, I still have memory left. So, it's cheap. It's $200 or $300 now. Memory is pretty cheap for 64 gigabytes. What I will do, though, in the next build, which will probably be the end of this year, or maybe the next year, maybe I'll get a new system. Certainly when the prices of the 4090s come down, or maybe even when the I have a 3080 now in the system, so when maybe even the 3090 Ti's, when all those builds come down in price, I might pull the trigger on that. I don't know. Let's see. The 4090s are attractive and they aren't attractive. I think the performance is good, but there's only so much you need, though, right? If you're at 4K and you want massive performance, and you want to play games at 200 frames per second or something because you have a high hertz monitor, then that's different. But fans, I've always wondered if the Noctua are as silent as they say they are. Well, they're great fans, but I mean, other companies have great fans as well. The thing, I brought this up in the video a while ago about Noctua, and I just don't like the color. You can, you can get not brown fans. Noctua makes them, but most of their, they're known for their brown fans, and I don't like brown as a color per se. Some things it's okay, but when it comes to tech stuff, and I just don't like brown. I mean, I like brown in nature, but I don't. I don't like brown computer stuff. It just looks like poop. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So the next one is here's an Antec case. Bought one in 2009, and to this day never parted ways with it. So he still has it. I'm so glad I hung on to it. 26th birthday. Well, happy birthday. A lot of birthdays in October. Yeah, it was a great case. I reviewed so many cases. My goodness. Oh, this is interesting. Huh. I'm your fan, Rodney. Does this count? Yeah, it does. Sure it does. And thank you for being a fan, and thank you for subscribing and liking. All the rest of it. It helps. Even if you don't directly support, being a part of the channel, liking videos, subscribing, and hitting the bell, they're all important. It might sound like silly when I say it but when I hear it from other people on YouTube, I go, oh my God. But it's important, right? It's very important. What it does is it gives the content creator motivation, and that's good. It keeps you producing videos like the one I'm doing right now. And if you want to support, it's down in the description. So if you're still here, it's great. You're definitely interested in what I'm saying, which is good. Thank you. Okay, so this is the Netflix again, with ads. This is why I have all my DVDs. Yeah, true enough. No ads on those. Yeah. I don't know why Netflix is doing that. That's just ridiculous. I mean, I know why. It's money. Again, companies that have so much of it just want to have more of it beyond, like, just insane amounts, and just it pisses me off, to be honest. It really does. But what am I going to get? There's no other, in my opinion, there's no other better streaming service for TV and movies than Netflix. Netflix is definitely, in my opinion, it's king right now. But DVDs back in the day. I remember renting VHS tapes. Who else is with me on that? Those were the days, man. Oh my gosh. Go to the, go around the house, run to the store, get like, I don't know, 2 movies for, I can't remember, $4, $2. I don't even remember back then. So cheap. And get the popcorn ready. Oh my God. Those were great times. It was more, I don't know, it was harder to do, right? You had to leave your house. You had to go to, I didn't have a Blockbuster when I was younger, but Later on I did, but they went, what up? They're gone. So, just I think there's a poster somewhere about something about wouldn't it be funny if Netflix turns into Blockbuster? I don't think they will, because if this doesn't work for them, they will just cancel it. That's it. For a brick and mortar operation, it's not so easy as that. I'm not sure why Blockbuster, I guess, didn't somehow migrate into online, because I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but it's too bad. It's unfortunate. All right, so another question here about this fans video that I released about how noisy fans are and how I hate them. Cases with sound dampening foam. Yeah, something, I forgot to mention that. You're right, though. You're right about that. And I had cases with sound dampening. I've reviewed, I think, sound dampening material. I've reviewed so much stuff I can't even remember, but yeah, I mean, sure. You know what's funny though? I have a Dell computer system, because at the time the parts were so expensive I didn't build one myself. Um, I have the case open. I have the door on the case open. So, yeah, you say, well, of course it's going to be loud. Of course it is. But if I have the Dell cases, the one that I bought anyway, the cooling isn't terrible, but kind of is. It's borderline. So I leave the case open, let all the fans pull in all that cool air. I have an air compressor. I blow out all the stuff like once a month. So, with dust, it's fine. And yeah, but the problem with, I guess, keeping your case closed is that it's going to be a little warmer unless you have the fans kind of really, a little bit topped up. And I don't like fans topped up and loud, so I don't do that. But and you're going to trap heat in the case, and that material can make it a little warmer. So it's an option though, definitely, it absolutely is. This is about system memory. About to upgrade to 64 gigabytes. Well, I just covered that. I thought about doing it, but I didn't. I did a test, and I have memory left, even with everything open. Okay, this next one about the fans video I released. I set as many fans as I can to a static, yes, RPM. I can tune out static background noise easily, but if fans ramp up, yeah, I agree with you. I have the same thing done. I control the fan speeds. I have it set to a few different options depending on what I'm doing, and I leave it. I just leave it like that. And you can do that because you do a test basically, and you max everything out, and if it works at that speed, if you're comfortable, for example, with the CPU at 70C, some people aren't. Some people freak out, right? Oh my God, it's too hot. No, it's not. It's not. As long as it doesn't thermal throttle, who cares? What's going to last for another 20 years? You're not going to have your system in 20 years. Or maybe you will. I don't know. Some people keep things that long, but what I'm trying to say. It's, have the system go maybe 10C below that thermal throttling, and then adjust the fan speed accordingly. Unless you love the sound of the fan spinning, and maybe some people do. Speaking of that, when I was in university, I used to stay in residence, and there I had a couple of roommates, and oh my God, they used to have TVs running all the time, and I used to have a fan right next to my head, and the fan would drown out of the noise. So it's a bit of a story there. Yep, that was a hell of a long time ago. 32 gigabytes. Yeah, 16. Again, I have 32. It's fine. It's fine. I do all kinds of hardcore stuff. Fans, that is one kick-ass topic. I wonder how many times I've said kick-ass in the past doing these videos. Don't say it much anymore. What is the acceptable limits of voltage for overclocking a CPU? Well, this is an old video. I think this is one that I posted recently, but it was from my Rodney Reynolds YouTube channel, which doesn't. I think I pulled it, or I think I put it, just suspended it. I believe. I'm not sure, but anyway, it depends on which CPU you have. So you have to ask more specifically, I think, on that one. Okay, look. This is a person here who has just noticed that I have returned. That's great. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I don't know. This person here in particular, I don't know. Did you subscribe to the channel? Did you have notifications turned on, or did you not, or did you just miss it? Or I think since I've came back a few months back, I've released hundreds of videos. So I'm not sure why some of you aren't seeing me return or seeing my videos come up. That's the only reason I can think, I guess. This helps me as well. Spread the word. I'm back, or I'm out there, or you like my stuff, or whatever. That helps too. It's that's how also how you can give back. Instead of giving out of your wallet, you can give by um, just retweeting, or reposting, or linking, or whatever to my page or whatnot. Sending full of support connected watching your video sir. Nice video. Okay, so I guess he's saying yeah, I guess he's saying nice video. I don't know. But thank you very much. Custom water cooling with blah blah blah. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm with you on that one. I love water cooling. Constant fan noise is no issue for me. How is that, man? What kind of mechanisms do you have in place that fan noise doesn't bother you? But good for you. 32 now, but I have 32, but now I upgraded 64 gigabytes. Yeah, you can have massive amounts of stuff open. For sure. 64 gigabytes is a lot of memory, to be honest, system memory. You back in the day, 16 gigabytes was like really like beyond what you need. 16 gigabytes right now, and I wouldn't actually recommend that as a base. That's cheap. It's cheap too, right? All right, so what's this here? This is the news. Well, this is a new idea that I started doing too. I don't know if I'm going to continue this or not, but I go through the news every single day, just about. A lot of it's rehash, right, of stuff that I've seen in the past, so I won't be doing this every single day. I might just do it on the weekends. I'm not sure. And this is off when I browse through, your comments here. I do this. Well, sometimes I do it when I'm half busy, but most of the times I try and when I'm like just chilling or just have some extra time, I go through these. You're back. On a whim, I looked up your name, and I'm shocked to see that you are making videos again. I've been watching you since the very beginning when you reviewed some video card. Oh my God. Yeah, I remember. Oh my Lord. Actually, the other day I looked at, I might have looked at it because you mentioned this. The first video. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was different times. It was a different me. I don't know. It just brings back memories. It brings back when I was, I don't know, so eager and so excited about it all. And, that's why I started doing them and back then. But thank you very much. No joke. I love the tech reviews. This is another person. I noticed the absence. Rodney, it's already disappeared. Yeah, so much bullshit going around, about me dying or me, I don't know, got caught by aliens or something. From what I understand from the posts I've read, I don't know because I was just gone incognito, and I left. I mean, if you haven't seen the video, I left because it kind of was enough of it. I didn't like it anymore. It was too stressful. I just didn't see the point of all the time being spent on it when I wasn't getting a lot out of it. And besides that, I was, it's just taxing and stressful to do. This is another comment about the news. Russia is a nuclear armored country, and the majority of Europe is dependent on Russia's energy. Yeah. Russia has us over a barrel, literally, don't they? So yeah, it's maddening, but it is what it is. And many in case you missed it, Dead Space, this new remake. Oh gosh, I'm looking forward to that. I haven't played the first one in a long time, so I hope I don't remember much about it. and hopefully it's changed enough so I can get something out of it. I don't play games over and over and over too much, because a lot of them are same, right? Like City Skylines are a little different. It's the same, but it's different. You have to be creative about building a city and a simulation that works. With a game, it's the same kind of thing. For open world games can be a little different, but for the most part, it's the same. Like movies, don't watch movies over and over again either. Once I do it, I don't. I guess time is an issue, right? NVIDIA glued CPU tray. All right. How much system memory do you have? A few days ago, I made one PC, Alienware, blah, blah, blah. Oh, geez, 128 gigabytes. My goodness gracious. You have to be doing some serious stuff. Oh, this is the Blockbuster comment. Yeah, turning into Netflix, turning into Blockbuster, meaning it's going to fail. Now they'll just axe it. If it doesn't work, they'll just stop it and say, "Oh, we're sorry." Need more power. This was about basically video cards, future video cards, and the wattage that we're going to need then and upcoming in a decade. And this person is saying, I'm still running the same Corsair 550 watt I got in '08. Good for you. If it works, man, keep it. Hi, I watched your video on blah 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 PC some time ago. Yeah, I shot. Yeah, I started to shoot this video, and the church bell started ringing in the background. I stopped it. I redid it actually, but this is this video here is about that. At the same time, you know, that's pretty much all I have to say on that. I mean, I don't, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm an atheist per se, but I believe in science, and I don't know. It's find it very difficult to. I think faith is important, and I think it's wonderful if you have faith, and that's your prerogative, obviously, and I've never been one to go to church and stuff, but I don't know everything certainly, and I don't know what's out there. I don't know what things certainly I can't explain or or even begin to try and understand. So that is what it is. Yeah, yeah. This is um, yes, okay. This is the news article that I did, and I spent a lot. It was a long video rambling about the news that I did yesterday, October 15th. Yes, so I think halfway through the video or at the end of it, I asked about, my God, if you're still here. Yes, I am still here. It's because I love Rodney. He's a good dude. He's got a great head on his shoulders, tells it like it is, and I just love listening to him talk. Shooting the breeze, being himself. Yep, Rodney feels like a friend to me. And that's wonderful. I mean, sorry, it just hit me. But yeah, thank you. It's nice to hear that people, think I'm their friends and I don't know them. So, well, I don't know you, personally. And I would love to. I would love to get to know some of you, but it's this world isn't like that. There's so many people you touch, and you don't. Hopefully, you. This was when I started all this. This was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to make an impact. I wanted to spur people's curiosity about computers and technology, and I hope I've done that. So thank you for that. That's a nice comment. I recently got a full water cooling setup for performance, man. Yep, water cooling is king. That's good. I'm with you on that. And the last comment for this video, anyway, is Netflix. No one should be subscribed after what they published last year. Yeah, well, Netflix and propaganda and some nonsense going on. I get it. I totally do. Um, I don't know. I mean, what are you going to do? There's so many companies doing so many wrong things, and especially now in this day and age, it's despicable. It's completely and utterly disgraceful what they're doing. But you don't run the company and I don't, and these people who do this kind of stuff, I think there always will be consequences for those people. Even though you mightn't think so, there will be. And you should, everyone, including companies, governments, everyone should be trying to do, you know, the best that they can do and to respect everyone. Because at the end of the day, every company has customers, and if their customers don't like what they're doing, then you know the company. And this is another thing I should point out. Just because a company is massive doesn't mean that it can't fail. Maybe like you think maybe Netflix can't fail. They can fail. Maybe you think Amazon can't fail. They can fail. Tesla, another one. All of a sudden they take a wrong move and it's finished. So yeah, you never know what's going to happen there. So that's it. I'm going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more of this stuff, let me know. Like it, share, hit the bell. If you want to help, you can, pay directly and become a Patreon and monthly thing. Or if you want to just also help, send a link and share it, and that helps me as well. So see ya. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe out there.